Namaste, this is Ramesh Naidu from Target School. Today topic circuits part 5 for 9th class students, right? In this part we discuss about one important theorem and belonging problems, right? That is theorem 4. See, theorem 4. Observe carefully. In a circle, it is circle with center O, right? In a circle, AB is an arc, right? It is a minor arc. AB is minor arc, right? So the angle subtended by this arc at the center means angle AOB is, this angle is twice the angle subtended by the arc at any point on remaining arc, right? Means angle AOB is twice angle ACB, right? So that is the theorem. See, angle AOB is equal to AOB is equal to twice 2 into angle ACB, right? This is the theorem. So once again listen, the angle made by an arc at the center, the angle made by an arc at the center. See, it is an arc. This arc made the angle at center is angle AOB. This angle is twice the angle made by it on the remaining arc. So this arc made another angle on remaining arc. It is right. So this angle AOB is twice the angle ACB, right? So this is the theorem, right? Now proof. So first, what is given in the theorem? See, AB is an arc or a circle with center O, a circle with center, a circle with center O, that is center, and AB is an arc. Right? Yes. And here two angles given. What is that? AOB and ACB are two angles. Angle AOB and angle ACB, two angles. Right? So that is the given. Right? Next, what is the required to prove RTP? So what we have to prove? This angle is twice this angle. Means angle AOB is equal to angle AOB is equal to 2 times of twice into angle ACB. Angle ACB. So that is required to prove, right? Now construction. Here small construction is there. So before going to prove this, we have to draw some constructions, right? So through C, draw a line which is passes through center of the circle. Means that is diameter. Say D. See, that is D, right? That is construction. So draw COD or join COD, right? Join CO, join CO and produce to D. Right? That is construction. Now proof. So here proof is very important. First of all, if we observe here two triangles, we have made two triangles. AOC, it is first triangle, and BOC, this second triangle. These two triangles are congruent. First, we have to prove these two triangles are congruent, right? So observe carefully, right? These two triangles also isosceles triangles, right? AOC, in triangle AOC, OC is equal to OA, that is radii in the same circle. In this triangle, two sides equal, then that is called isosceles triangle, right? In triangle AOC, which are equal, OA is equal to OC. OA is equal to OC. That is radi in the same circle, right? Same circle, radi in the same circle, right? That implies in two sides, if two sides are equal, then their opposite angles are also equal. So in this triangle, OC is equal to OA, then their opposite angles, it is equal to its opposite angle, it is both are equal. These two angles are equal. That means angle OAC is equal to this angle. Angle OAC is equal to OCA. These two angles are equal. Angle OCA, right? So leave it here. In the same way, for this triangle, in triangle BOC, OC is equal to OB, radi in the same circle. Then their opposite angles are also equal, right? So here these two sides equal, its opposite angle is equal to its opposite angle. Both are equal, right? So in triangle BOC, which are equal, OB equal to OC. OB is equal to OC. That is radi in the same circle, right? Radi in the same circle. Then their opposite angles are equal. In any triangle, if two sides are equal, then their opposite angles are equal. So in this, its opposite angles, angle OBC, angle OCB, these two angles are equal. That implies angle OBC is equal to angle OCB, right? So it is equation 1, it is equation 2, right? Now, next, the measured part. For this triangle, angle AOD, it is exterior angle, right? For this triangle, it is exterior angle. So we know very well, exterior angle is equal to sum of opposite interior angles, right? In any triangle, according to the properties of triangle, exterior angle is equal to sum of opposite interior angles, right? Right. For triangle AOC, angle AOD is equal to, it is interior, it is exterior. AOD is equal to, angle AOD is equal to, exterior angle is equal to sum of its opposite interior angles. So, this outside undi, local opposite interior angles sum ki equal avutundi, right? Exterior angle is equal to sum of opposite interior angles. Means its opposite interior angles, angle OAC and OCA is equal to angle OAC plus angle OCA, right? So exterior angle is equal to sum of opposite interior angles, right? In any triangle. In triangle, exterior angle is equal to sum of opposite interior angle, right? See, is equal to that people. And one more, here these two angles are equal. Angle AOD is equal to OAC is equal to C, OAC is equal to OCA. These two are equal, right? So angle OAC is equal to OCA, right? Both are equal. It can be written as, so OAC is equal to OCA can be written as, it is also OCA. Here OCA is equal to OAC. These two are equal. It can be written as 2 into angle OCA, right? So OAC is equal to OCA. So instead of this, you have to write OCA. OCA plus OCA, 2OCA, right? So it is equation 3, right? So how we get this line means from equation 1, from 1. Okay. So similarly, in the same way, angle AOD is equal to OCA. AOD is equal to. Similarly, BOD can be written as angle BOD can be written as. See, BOD for this triangle it is exterior angle is equal to sum of opposite interior angles, right? Angle OBC and angle OCA. These two, sum of these two. That means it can be written as 2OCB, right? Angle BOD is equal to angle OCB. See equation 4, right? So by adding these two, 3 and 4, by adding 3 and 4, by adding 3 and 4, we get, see, angle AOD plus angle BOD, angle AOD plus BOD is equal to 2 OCA plus 2 OCB, 2 angle OCA plus 2 angle OCB, right? Take 2 common. So AOD plus BOD can be written as AOD, this angle plus BOD, this angle can be written as AOB. Total angle, that is AOB. So sum of these two angles can be written as angle AOB is equal to, take 2 common in both sides, 2 into angle OCA plus angle OCB, right? So angle AOB is equal to 2 into OCA plus OCB. OCA, this angle plus OCB, this angle gives angle ACB, right? These two angles, OCA plus OCB can be written as ACB. Angle ACB, right? See, required to prove RTP is angle AOB is equal to 2 into angle ACB, right? This is the proof, right? Hence the theorem is proved. Once again listen, in a circle the angle made by an arc at the center is twice the angle made by the same arc on the remaining circle, right? Suppose it is x means it is 2x, right? So AOB is 2 times of ACB, right? Yes. Next definition, cyclic quadrilateral, right? Observe carefully. So what is the cyclic quadrilateral? Here ABCD is a quadrilateral. Observe carefully. ABCD is a quadrilateral, right? So it has 4 vertices. It is A, vertex B, vertex C, vertex D, right? The 4 vertices of a quadrilateral lie on the same circle. See, observe carefully. The 4 vertices of a quadrilateral lie on the same circle. Then the quadrilateral is called cyclic quadrilateral, right? See, if the vertices of a quadrilateral, QDL means quadrilateral, right, lie on the same circle, then the quadrilateral is called cyclic quadrilateral, right? So here ABCD is cyclic quadrilateral. The four vertices of quadrilateral lie on the same circle. That means the circle passes through four vertices of quadrilateral, right? So here ABCD is called a cyclic quadrilateral, right? So for example, so what are the cyclic quadrilaterals? Is the square cyclic? Yes, square is cyclic. In square, all sides are equal. So square is a cyclic quadrilateral, square. Right? The next example, rectangle. Rectangle also cyclic. Right? Rectangle. So square and the rectangle, these are always cyclic, right? And regular trapezium also. It is regular trapezium or isosceles trapezium, right? Isosceles trapezium means non-parallel sides are equal. In a trapezium, if non-parallel sides are equal, then that is called regular trapezium or isosceles trapezium, right? Isosceles trapezium also. ISO means isosceles trapezium, TPZ, right? Isosceles trapezium also cyclic quadrilateral, right? So these are always cyclic quadrilaterals. What are the examples of cyclic quadrilateral? Asking means we have to write a square, rectangle, and isosceles trapezium. That's it. Okay, right? So this is the cyclic quadrilateral. And one more. In cyclic quadrilateral, in any cyclic quadrilateral, the sum of opposite angles is 180 degrees, right? Angle A plus angle C, angle A plus angle C is equal to 180 degrees. Means the opposite angles are supplementary, right? In any cyclic quadrilateral, the opposite angles are supplementary. Supplementary means if the sum of two angles is 180 degrees, then they are called supplementary angles, right? Here angle A plus angle C equal to 180 and angle B plus angle D is equal to 180 degrees, right? So very important. So what can you say about the cyclic quadrilateral? Means the four vertices lie on the same circle and the sum of opposite angles is 180 degrees. That means opposite angles are supplementary, right? So this is the information about the cyclic quadrilateral and examples also given, right? Yes, next go for exercise 12.4. Right? So in this 12.4, the first problem, observe carefully. In the figure, find angle ADB. Here we have to find angle ADB. ADB. We have to find this angle, right? So and also find this angle. Angle ADB and angle ACB and angle ACB. Here we have to find these two angles, angle ACB and angle ADB. Right? Observe carefully. So from figure, it is an arc. AB is an arc. This arc subtend angle at center is 100. It is 100, right? And the same arc subtend angle at the remaining arc. So what is it, remaining arc? So we know very well from theorem 4, the angle subtended by an arc at the center is twice the angle subtended by the same arc on the remaining circle, right? So ఈ angle కంటే డబల్ ఉంటుంది అంటే ఇది ఎంత ఉంటుంది, హాఫ్ ఉంటుంది, రైట్? ఫ్రమ్ theorem 4, angle AOB is equal to twice into angle ACB. So angle AOB is equal to angle subtended by the arc at center is twice the angle subtended by the same arc on remaining circle. Means angle AOB is, this angle is 2 times into angle ACB, right? So AOB equal to 2 into ACB. We know AOB. What is AOB? Here AOB is 100. 100 is equal to 2 into angle ACB, right? Then angle ACB is equal to 100. So 2 will become divided by 2. 2 ones are 2 50s are. That is equal to 50 degrees. Angle ACB equal to 50 degrees. See, angle ACB, it is 50 degrees. So it is 50 means it is 100. దీనికి ఇది డబల్ ఉంటుంది, రైట్? ఇది దీంట్లో హాఫ్ ఉంటుంది, రైట్? Yes. Now we have to find angle ADB. Observe carefully. ADBC is a cyclic quadrilateral. See, ADBC. ADBC is a cyclic quadrilateral. Why we call it cyclic quadrilateral means its 4 vertices lie on the same circle. So that is a cyclic quadrilateral, right? Here ADBC is a cyclic quadrilateral, right? So we know very well, in cyclic quadrilateral opposite angles are supplementary, right? Means the sum of opposite angles is 180 degrees. We know that in cyclic quadrilateral the sum of opposite angles is equal to 180 degrees, right? Means angle ACB plus angle ADB, sum of these two angles is 180 degrees, right? Therefore angle ACB plus angle ADB is equal to 180 degrees, right? We know angle ACB is 50. 50 plus angle ADB is equal to 180. Then angle ADB is equal to 180 plus 50 will become minus 50. That is equal to 130 degrees, right? Angle ADB is 130 degrees. See, 130 plus 50, 180. Opposite angles are supplementary, right? So angle ADB is 130 degrees and ACB is 50 degrees. So this type of problems are very, very important. Keep in your mind and practice well. Yes, go for next problem in 12.4 exercise. Second problem. In the figure, find angle BCD. Observe carefully. This is the figure, a circle with center O and AD is diameter, BC also diameter because they are passes through center, right? So AD BC intersect at the center and angle BAD is 40 degrees. Then what is the question? Find angle BCD. Angle BCD. Now we have to find this angle, right? So it is very simple. By comparing the parts of these two triangles, then their corresponding parts are equal, right? First we have to prove these two triangles are congruent, right? The first triangle, angle OAB, first triangle, second triangle ODC or OCD, triangle OAB and next triangle OCD, right? OAB first triangle and OCD second triangle. Just compare their parts. The first term, OA is equal to OC, OB is equal to OD. Why? Radii in the same circle. OA is radius, OC also radius, OB also radius, and OD also radius. So radii in the same circle is the same. OA is equal to OC and OB is equal to OD. Radii in the same circle. Right? Next two. And these two angles are vertically opposite angles. If two line segments intersect at a point, then the angles which are opposite are equal. Those are vertically opposite angles. Right? Angle AOB is equal to, this angle is equal to angle COD. Angle AOB is equal to angle COD, right? Which are vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles are equal. See, side angle side. In this triangle, side angle side are respectively equal to side angle side. Means SAS by side angle side congruency. So two sides and the included angle of first triangle are respectively equal to two sides and the included angle of second triangle. Then the two triangles are congruent triangles, right? By side angle side congruency, triangle OAB, first triangle OAB is congruent to triangle OCD, right? That's it. If two triangles are congruent, then their corresponding parts are equal. By CPCT, corresponding parts of congruent triangles, angle OAB is 40, angle OAB is 40, then its corresponding angle OCD or BCD or OCD, it is also 40 degrees. So that is equal to angle OCD. So OCD can be written as BCD. So OC is part of BC. So it can be written as BCD. Therefore, angle BCD is equal to 40 degrees. It is 40 means it is also 40 degrees. Why? Because these two triangles are congruent triangles. Right? Yes, go for third problem. It is the same as the first problem. In the figure, find angle PQR. We have to find this angle, and PSR, this angle. Right? So observe carefully. In this POR, this angle is twice the angle of PQR. See, from theorem 4, here the arc PSR, this arc made angle at center is twice the angle at any point on the remaining circle, right? So POR, this angle is twice the angle PQR from theorem 4, right? From theorem 4, angle POR is equal to 2 into angle PQR, right? So we know angle POR. POR is 120. 120 is equal to 2 into angle PQR. Right? 2 ones are 2 60s are. So angle PQR is equal to 60 degrees. Angle PQR, it is 60 degrees, right? So we know very well. If it is 60 means it is double 120. It is 120 means it is a half 60, right? we have to find angle PSR. Observe carefully. PSRQ is a cyclic quadrilateral. In cyclic quadrilateral, sum of opposite angles is 180 degrees. It is 60 means definitely it is 120. 120 plus 60, 180, right? In cyclic quadrilateral, opposite angles are supplementary, right? Here, PSRQ is cyclic quadrilateral, right? So therefore opposite angles is 180. So angle PQR plus angle PSR is equal to 180 degrees, right? PQR 60 plus angle PSR is equal to 180. Then angle PSR is equal to 180 plus 60 will become minus 60 after taking from left to right. Angle PSR is equal to 120 degrees, right? So angle PSR it is 120 degrees. That's it.